That special touch of God's excellence in you. Well, welcome. This is Carol Stanley coming to you live on Facebook, and we're on bdlocal.us. Please download our app, because then you've got it right at your fingertips for anything, anytime, and anything you're doing. It's a wonderful app, and it's so neat to be able to listen to us or see us anytime you want. We're also on BD Local YouTube, so you can, again, pop that up and watch our podcasts. We so welcome you, and we love BD Local. It's a great video podcast formulation, if you will. It's awesome. It's extremely informative, and we've got lots of great guests. And I have in studio, of course, Catherine Evans, who is a wonderful sponsor of my show, and I dearly love her. It's Catherine Evans. She is an insurance broker, and you can always get her at kevans@strategicinsurancesolutions.net, or you can call her at 253-861-2959. And I'm still going to make a jingle of that, Catherine.
Oh, wow.
So please do get a hold of Catherine. You can see her information on the ticker tape below us here, but it's so important to, we're going to talk with Catherine right now about, so Catherine,
Yes.
welcome.
Well, thank you, Carol. It's so good to be here.
What is going on? Here we are. This is April 5th, but we've got a deadline coming up. April 15 is right on our back door.
Well, it sure is coming up fast,
Yes,
isn't it?
it is.
Yeah.
It sure is.
I have a lot of clients that say, well, I better make my appointment for the 16th or later.
Aha.
So, yeah, they're counting the days, and
Yeah.
and even though they're started on their taxes, they're worried they'll procrastinate, and so they're keeping that time open.
Yeah, it's important to keep it, to not be late, obviously. I actually got mine done early this year
Good
and
for you.
turned them in this week, because I'm going to be out of town next week. And it's like, wow, okay. So, but anyway, it's so important to get your taxes in. And what else is this deadline going to do to us or for us?
Well, a lot of people don't know, but you can do your 2018 IRA contributions up through April 15th and still have them count for 2018.
Wow, I did not realize that.
Yeah. And of course, the benefits of having a IRA is that individual retirement account is that it helps you save for retirement, because
Which is so important. You know what? I'm one of those baby boomer people, and as a result, retirement is a big deal.
It is. And are you retired yet?
No, because I choose not to. I choose not to. In scripture it says there's no such thing as retirement. Moses was 80 some odd, right?
Right.
I mean, the thing is, until God takes me home, I'm going to be doing what I do, which is to help you step into your excellence and shine with brilliance as a presenter, as a communicator. That's so important in life, and it's so important, especially in our culture, where everybody's on their screens, texting and typing. But you know what? I just find this so fascinating. Some of my voice students who are singers, right? They will come in and be brilliant in the studio, but you talk to them on the phone, they don't know what. And they sound like zombies. And I'm going, okay, we're going to talk about this. It's important to translate what you know as a singer, what you know is, if you've trained with me, you're going to be a good speaker. And you use that in your one-on-one, on the phone, in person. Oh my gosh, it's so important.
It is.
Our kids don't know how to talk anymore.
Well, thank goodness for people like you, right?
Thank you, Catherine. Well, it's truly my passion. It really is.
And you can tell because you display the skills on a daily basis.
Thank you. Well, and you have a wonderful background in theater as well,
Oh,
right?
well, that was my pre-insurance life.
Pre-insurance life. But you know what? It really makes a difference, because your very heart, Catherine, is helping people, as is mine. And that shows in what you do, in everything you do.
Well, it is a passion, and I
Yeah.
love seeing people. I always ask people, what is that one secret heart's desire that you have that you've never shared with anyone?
Oh, I love it.
Oh,
Yes.
yes. And the things that come out are so exciting. And
Yes.
yes, and then we help create a plan so that they can meet that desire.
Oh, that is
Yeah.
so cool. Again, she's not like any other broker I know. She really cares about you. She gets into your world very nicely, I mean, very non threateningly, and really helps you accomplish where you're going. I mean, again, the dreams, I ask my clients always, what
Right.
makes your heart sing?
Oh,
What
that's
makes
such
your
a good
heart sing?
question. I
Isn't that a
love it.
good one?
Yes.
And what did you love doing as a child? Because that's a clue as to what your God given purpose on this planet is, regardless of your work. I mean, if you're lucky enough and blessed enough to work in what your passion is, great, as you do and I do. But not everybody does. But yet, you know what? When you start, the older you get, the more you realize, I've had this thing in my heart since I was a kid, and you, Catherine, help them figure that out and actually figure a financial plan to make that happen.
Right, and that's my heart's desire is to
Wow.
hear other people's hearts and to
Yeah.
guide them along the way.
Hook up with
Yeah.
Catherine. She'll give you the money. Figure out how you can have the money to come work with me and find your
That's
accomplish your dreams. I
that's
love it.
right.
It's great. It's super.
So, yes, and as we talk about retirement
Yeah.
savings, retirement comes fast.
Oh
And
man.
whether we ever retire completely or not at 65 or 67 or 62, we sometimes
Yeah.
there are major lifestyle changes. At
Big time.
65 we go on Medicare, and of
Yep.
course, and that's many times, and most of the time, saves a huge amount of money on medical premiums, because Medicare is really a very good program, and it's something that we've all paid into
Yes.
for the time period when we turn
Yes.
65, and so it's funded for that. But as that occurs, I mean, there's sometimes we change, our heart's desires change when we have,
Yeah.
especially when we have our children grow up and we have grandchildren, and the way we spend our money changes.
Yep.
And do you know that most people spend more money in retirement than they do before they're
I
retired?
can attest to that.
Yeah,
As a business owner, being a coach,
right.
and a trainer, yeah,
Mm,
yeah,
yeah.
we do.
But
We spend more money.
the things that you want to do, you want to have lunch with your friends.
Yeah.
And how often do you have time to go out for lunch during the week while you're working full time? It
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
40 hours a week, you don't.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
don't.
So you go out and have lunch with your friends, and if you're self-employed, which a lot of people continue to work part-time or as a consultant, or they start their own business when they're at that quote unquote retirement age.
Yes.
Yes. So they can kind of structure their day so that that includes those lunches. They can also
Right.
structure their life so it includes travel.
Aha.
Yes. So our seniors are traveling more and more and more.
And come see Catherine
Yeah.
because she can help you figure that out.
Right.
That's what's so cool
Yeah.
about what she does.
And
Yes.
because of the medical care that we have available and the focus that we have on health in our society, we
Yes.
have seniors that are in better condition and living longer than we've seen for many years.
Yes.
Yes, so they have the
Yes.
ability to physically to travel because they're in good shape.
Right, which is so important. And I have
Yeah.
access because your health is part of my
Right.
passion and what I do with my book, Born to Be Awesome. Get it on Amazon.com or BarnesandNobles.com. And because I deal with that, and I am hooked up with some incredible knowledge and product line, if you will, to help with some of those issues. So, you can get a hold of me and I can at least guide you to, I know lots of really good companies for health. But the point is that you want to be able to handle if something goes haywire, right? That
Right.
you want to be able to handle it.
Well,
Yeah.
because it takes a lot more money to live when we're retired,
Yeah, it
and
does.
because we don't have that consistent income from employment coming in,
Mm-hmm.
it's very, very important that money is set aside to
Yep.
augment Social Security, because Social Security was
And
never intended to be our sole income.
no, and it isn't
It
enough.
yes,
There's no question about that.
right. And most companies don't have pensions anymore, right?
Oh, I
Yeah.
know it.
And a lot of people don't know, but in most cases, you can have an IRA in addition to a 401k.
Aha.
Yeah, so that's something that we need to talk about too. So please give us a call and we can talk about getting your IRA set up before April 15th.
Yes, that's so important, you guys. It's so, so important. So if you're tuning into us today or you catch us even, anytime, please know that that is such an important piece to really handle because again, you're going to get older, whether you like it or not, and you're going to have to deal with the fact that, again, money can be an issue, and nobody wants the stress of that. That's just not fun. And so, yeah, so Catherine is a lifesaver solution person. And so, Kay Evans at strategicinsurancesolutions.net, or call her at 253-861-2959. So what else shall we talk about today? How about budgets?
Well, that's very interesting that you brought that up because in order to save money,
Yeah,
we have to know
yeah.
how we're spending our money, right?
Yes, yes, yes,
I mean,
yes.
how many people have taken that debit card, that trusty little debit card,
Oh,
and just hand it to the cashier, over and over, and then you
yep,
look at your bank balance and you say, "Oh my goodness, I thought I had X amount of dollars in there, but
right.
I only have such and such." And you know what? It's so easy to do. It's so easy to fritter money
Oh
away
boy, is it ever.
when you're
Mm.
not actually handling the money or you don't have a plan.
Yes, yes,
We need a roadmap. We need a
yes.
plan.
Years ago, I learned about either envelopes or little containers,
Right.
and they're all labeled with certain expenses, and you actually put physical money in every single one of them.
Well, that is actually my favorite method.
Yeah. It's old fashioned, quote unquote, but it works.
I was talking to a gal yesterday, and she has about $1,500 to $2,000 a month extra above and beyond her expenses every month.
Gosh, that's cool.
Yeah, but she has no money. And so
Wow.
nothing in savings. And I said, well, it looks like, you have an income that's just fine for you to live on. And I said, with inflation the way it is, I mean, what do you plan to do in 10
Yeah.
years if
Yeah.
that gets eaten up? Because she said she had no savings. And I thought, well, she's spending
Ah.
all her money.
Yeah.
And I thought, I said, you're using all the money that you have now for your monthly expenses, it's going to cost a lot more to live in 10 to 15 years. And I said, and you're healthy. And I said, your
Mm-hmm.
parents lived a
Mm-hmm.
long time. And that's one of the major indicators of
Yes.
our lifespan
Yes.
is heredity. And I said, so have you thought about putting some money away? And she says, well, I don't really have any left after after at the end of the
Mm-hmm.
month. And I said,
Mm-hmm.
oh, and I said, well, let's take a look at that. And she'd
Yeah.
already shared with me
Yeah.
her budget, while we were doing
Yeah.
some other financial things. And I said, let's take a look at that. And so I had her write it down. And I said, okay, now let's take this bottom line and let's look at the money that you have coming in. And I said, do you have a little extra there or is it come out even? So she says, oh, I have, was over $1,500. And I said, oh, well, that's wonderful. And I said, and so sounds to me like you're finding a place for that each month. She says, well, I have grandchildren.
Ah.
And she says, yeah,
Bingo.
she says, we like to go out to eat and we like to go to the dollar store and we like to do this and that. And I said, oh, that is so wonderful. I said, those memories are memories that you'll have
Yes.
forever.
Yes.
And I said,
But
but yes,
yeah.
let's talk about some strategies. And so
Yes.
we talked about just pay her bill with either checks or her debit card, or coming out of her account.
Mm-hmm.
But she only had 3 bills. Okay. And I said, because everything else was paid for. And I said, now let's look at some strategies that you can employ with your grandchildren. And
Uh-huh.
I said, why don't you set aside? I said, you need some mad money for yourself. So take some
Sure.
money, set aside for going out to eat, coffee, something. She just moved
Fun for
here
her.
like
Yeah.
6, 8 months ago. I said, have fun with friends.
Yeah.
I said, you're making new friends, go out to lunch or go to some movies or
Mm-hmm.
this or that. I said,
Mm-hmm.
so let's set aside some money for that. And then I said, in groceries, I said, you have this
Mm-hmm.
money amount down for groceries, but I have a feeling you're probably spending a little more on groceries than what I see written down here.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
said, the average person spends, and so we talked about what the average person spends. I said, and a good idea. I said, how are you paying for your groceries? And guess what
Mm-hmm.
she said?
The card.
The
Oh
debit
yeah.
card, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And she says, oh, yes, and my grandchildren go with me and they want this and they want that. And I
Oh
said,
boy.
oh, yeah. And I said,
And
so,
up goes the bill.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I said, why don't you just take out the amount of money that you plan to spend on groceries and you determine that ahead of time and put that in an envelope?
Yeah.
Yes. And then when you go shopping, you tell your grandchild or grandchildren, there were two.
There's only this much
Yeah.
money. Look, look, look,
Yeah.
look.
Say,
Yeah.
grandma has these things to
Yeah.
buy. But guess what? You get to pick anything you want. I'm going to give you this and give them the
Aha.
amount of money that you want them to spend. I said that will teach them how to
That's
budget
right.
and
That's
how
a
what
great
they can
idea.
buy for that money. And I said you can decide whether it's something that they share, whether they pool their money together or they buy separate.
That's awesome
Yeah,
because, again, nobody teaches our kids how to handle money in school.
right.
Nobody. And so, if we don't help them understand healthy ways to handle money,
Right.
they don't get it and then they wind up in trouble later on.
Right. And so then we talked
Yeah.
about the fact that she's spending about $1,000 a month just on junk with their grandkids.
Wow.
Yeah, and so then I said, well, I said, let's get it down to the point where you can save $1,000 instead. And so I
Aha.
said, we added a little from the 15 to 1800. I said, we added a little bit to your grocery budget. We added took some money out for mad money for you.
Yes.
And I said, and we increased the gasoline amount because I have a feeling you're spending a little more on gas than what you said. And I
Mm-hmm.
said, but that comes on my part from seeing so many budgets. It's so routine for me.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
and I said, how about let's say I'm going to spend X amount of dollars on my grandchildren every month. Do you want it to be a 100, 200? How much? And so she decided on a figure. And I said, and so like the month before, the last week of the previous month, you can talk to your grandchildren and say, have a meeting
Yeah.
and say, this is our executive meeting because they were at
Yeah.
ages where that's like really
Really cool.
impressive. Yeah.
Really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and I said, you can have a planning meeting where you can look at options. You can look on the internet of all kinds of fun things to do in the area. And then you can say, okay, let's decide what we're going to spend our money on. And I said, make sure you have $100 bills. Because if the kids see $100 bill, they're going to think that is so much money and that they are so privileged to be able to spend that $100 with
Yes.
grandma.
Yes.
And so she got so excited. And so,
But it's smart,
yeah,
and you're using that to not only endear your grandchildren or your children, but
right,
you're teaching them some important lessons.
right,
And the other piece of that I love so much is you're helping her understand the power and the importance of self-care in a way that she actually
right.
can see what that looks like.
Well, she wasn't spending money on herself.
And you know what? That's what
Yeah,
moms do. We
right.
spend, we give of ourselves, we do everything for everybody else, but self-care is so important. And as a coach, again, it reminds me when I
Right.
help other people get how important that is, because it really is. It helps balance so you don't find yourself in this stress mode, because stress will add weight to you. It'll take years away. It's just amazing how important it is to relax when you've got a budget, so you know that you know that you know, okay, because then it feels so good to relax, to know I
Right.
can go out to eat, I
And
can
that's
go get my
okay.
massage, and it's okay.
Right. And that's what we talked about. We talked about massages, facials,
Yes, yes,
manicures,
yes, yes.
pedicures. And I said, wouldn't you love to do that on a regular basis? And I said, it's your choice because
Absolutely.
you have this money set aside just for you.
Yes.
Yes.
And it's so cool. Can you guys see the incredible benefit that Catherine is? She just is such a doll and so easy to work with, to talk with, and she will really help you. She has helped so many clients. And so she has this wonderful background and all this experience to truly help you in just your unique needs, your unique situation. Not everybody's the same, but she can help you. And that's the bottom line. She can really help you and hook you up,
Yeah,
quote
and we
unquote.
do that as a service. We
Yeah,
don't charge people. The budgeting stuff is
just because you're cool.
just because we just want to help. Yes,
Just
and it's
because you're
so much
cool.
fun. Yeah, and
Yeah,
it's I that that's a main component of
yeah.
helping people meet their heart's desires.
I totally
Yes,
agree.
and you look
Yes,
at life and how much time we have and how
yes,
important each day is. When that day
yes.
is gone, it's gone.
It's gone.
Yes.
Yeah,
So we have to make the most of each day. And
absolutely.
and we talk about how important each day is and how important it is to be deliberate and
Yes,
focused in what we want to accomplish each day. And that gets people excited too. Yeah.
absolutely. It's so important. So please, one last plea, tune in to bdlocal.us, and we're on YouTube as well. So YouTube BD Local. And the other thing is, get a hold of Catherine K. Evans at strategicinsurancesolutions.net, or you can call her. I mean, she will answer her phone. Actually, a, that's a plus.
This is my
Trust me.
business cell phone we're giving out.
Yes, so it's 253-861-2959. We have run out of time. Catherine, God bless you. Thank you so much for being you.
Well, thank you so much for having me. It's a pleasure.
So until next time, God bless you out there, and we will see you with that special touch of excellence. Carol Stanley signing off for this segment. Bye-bye for now. Catherine Evans listens and guides you in developing a personal and financial plan that reflects your values and goals. And she is so easy to talk to. Remember, this is Medicare open enrollment time. Contact Catherine Evans at kevans@strategicinsurancesolutions.net or call her at 253-861-2959. Again, that's kevans@strategicinsurancesolutions.net. Have you ever struggled with stage or screen nerves or confidence, or wanting to present at your best but just didn't know how? I'm Carol Stanley, and it's my passion to see you transform into the awesome person you were meant to be, to speak or sing at your best, and make the difference in this world you were meant to make. In my book, Born to Be Awesome, a guide to presenting with brilliance on stage or camera through the power of God in you, a few of the things you will discover are that your nerves are your best friend, how to access the sweet spot of your voice, how to obtain the key that unlocks greatness in you, and what you think truly does matter. I am here to guide you to discover your significance, who you truly are. I give you the secrets and tools to speaking and presenting with confidence and brilliance on any stage or camera as you tap into the power of God in you. Readers tell me that they feel like they've spent hours talking to me, their own personal coach. It's time to turn your stage fright into excitement and God-given brilliance, becoming your true self, bold, brave, excellent, and awesome. Start today with my book and coaching. I look forward to helping you blossom in God's garden of excellence. Have you taken expensive training on how to sell? Most of us do. But have you ever wondered why people buy from you or not? Hi, I'm Carol Stanley, voice performance coach and certified trainer focusing on training business professionals to step up to new levels in professional communication, presentation skills, and taking their sales and revenue to new levels. I want to share with you a system I use and train others to use that's called Bank Code, which can increase your sales 300% or more. Bank Code gives you the secrets, the science, and the solutions to knowing why people buy from you. Salespeople often feel most comfortable sharing from their lens or personality style instead of their clients'. Speaking only your language may be the #1 reason why you're not rocking your sales or being effective in your relationships. Bank Code is scientifically proven to accurately predict buying behavior of your prospect in less than 90 seconds. Through face-to-face and online training, I help you understand your client's language and communication style so you can customize each of your sales presentations to meet their needs, maximize your effectiveness, and increase your sales in less time. Go to mybankcode.com/CL Stanley. Use the password CL Stanley, all one word, and save $100 and more. I think you will find your results informative as they are based on your biology. I look forward to helping you turn your no's into yeses and, in fact, improve all your relationships. Are you aware that 93% of your communication is wrapped up in your delivery? Your words only make up 7% of your communication. Your delivery is in what I call the sweet spot of your voice. Hi, I'm Carol Stanley, and I love bringing to business professionals and church leaders the magic of awesome, confident communication and presentation skills. Here are some vocal insights for the next time you are on stage giving a presentation. The sweet spot of your voice encompasses 3 things. First, your thoughts and mental focus. Second, your actual voice with all of its variances, projection, and clarity. And 3, how you carry yourself. First of all, let's start with the mental focus. You must keep your mind fixed on the fact that you and your message are a gift to your audience. Your mind must be on them, not you. Remember, your thoughts communicate louder than your words. As for your voice, it's vital that you learn to use both chambers of your voice so you can project clearly and with great variance and emotion through an open vocal system. Your breath support comes automatically when you know how to open up and use your voice correctly. Finally, your body speaks volumes as you speak or sing and present your message or song. Stand in healthy stature, up, open, and straight with an imaginary bungee cord attached to your head's crown and pulling you up to the ceiling. Your body must be strong but neutral with relaxed arms, comfortable at your sides or together in front of your midriff. Your thoughts, your voice, your stature, and being grounded are critical to your being confident, calm, and secure in your delivery and the gift of you to your audience. I hope that these vocal insights will help you prepare for your next presentation. I look forward to helping you transform into the star you know you are inside, making the difference you were designed to uniquely make, blessing others with the God-given gift of you. Visit my website, voiceperformancecoach.com, so we can stay connected, and there is a gift there for you.